Hi, it's Stephanie Evelo here with the Evelo team at Keller Realty, and I've got Hannah Perkey, our team CEO, with us. And today we're going to talk about why join the Evelo team. So I'm Stephanie Evelo, the owner of the Evelo team, and thank you for joining us. Why would you want to join a team versus being an individual agent? So as someone who started in the business initially as an individual agent, then started growing my own team. As an individual agent, you're the owner and entrepreneur of your own business, and you wear all the hats. So you're wearing all the hats of doing the marketing, the lead generation, the lead conversion, database management, social media, planning client events. You're wearing all of those hats while helping buyers look for homes, show homes, negotiate, all of those hats that you're wearing. So it's a lot to take on as an individual agent, which is why we believe it is a huge value add to join a team and be a part of a team. So what do you get as part of the Evelo team and being a part of a team? You get the support of all of those things that I just mentioned, where someone on the team is wearing that hat to help support you in your business for you to reach your goals. So what do we expect from you? As an agent, there are 5 things that any realtor does, and that is to lead generate, go on appointments, negotiate your own offers and inspections, attend your closings, and then of course we want you to practice and script and role play so you can sharpen the saw and be better at what you do.
Okay. So priorities for our team, and if you've done a phone interview with myself or Steph, we may have already mentioned this, but we are a God first, family second team. And so as we look at our priorities and how we approach life, those things come first and foremost before work and career. We are looking for full-time real estate agents that are committed to their careers. We've just learned as a team that the structure and the support that we provide works best for those that are pursuing this as a full-time career. And like Steph said, our team provides all the support for you so that you can focus your time and attention on your 20%. And that 20%, if you've heard of the 80-20 rule, it's really what's that area that you're so great at that nobody else can do. And that's the pieces of the hunt, right? The lead gen that Steph was talking about, the appointments, the negotiations. So we want to make as much time as possible for you to focus on those items.
And if you're looking at just doing this as a part-time, we can still talk to you and get you in contact with the right people at our KW office. So it doesn't mean that there isn't an option and opportunity for you within Keller Williams. It's just that may not be the right fit for our team at this point in time. So the history of the Evelo team. So as mentioned, I'm the owner and creator of the Evelo team. I got my license clear back in the early 90s, mid 90s. And Derek joined me in 1998, and we began what's now called the Evelo team. In 2007, we owned a prior franchise, and in 2007, we came to Keller Williams and started with Keller Williams, and then became an ownership of that. We began growing the team. We never really had at that time, back in 2008 through 2015, any more than about 4 to 6 agents, because that's all that I could handle in managing those agents and people. And I was also full-time in the business, working with buyers and sellers, as was Derek. And then in 2016, we were very blessed to bring on and hire our CEO, who started helping us add positions to the company and to our team. And that would be the one and only Hannah Perkey here, that you may or may not have had the pleasure of talking to yet. So in 2018, our team grew almost 35% year over year by bringing Hannah on. And if you've ever read the book Rocket Fuel, that's the beautiful synergy between Hannah and myself, and helping to grow this business and take it to new levels and new heights. So right now, what does it look like today? The Evelo team has 8 licensed agents. That includes Derek and myself, so 6 other agents. And that's why we're sharing this today, is that we're looking for other agents and top talent, and wanting to see if you might be a fit.
Some of our other accomplishments just to touch on, and I'll do the bragging on Steph now. So her and Derek were franchise owners, and they achieved multiple awards when they were doing that, including being induced into the RE/MAX International Hall of Fame. They became owners in our Keller Williams office. So it is a franchise, and we're a team within that franchise. But as soon as KW came to Indianapolis, they were part of that opening group that brought KW here. And our team's been recognized in the local market since 2007 by colleagues and peers. We've ranked in the top 1% for a number of years. And Steph is very plugged in from a national level within Keller Williams as one of the top teams within Keller Williams as well. And she gets access to lots of training and other networking, which benefits our team because of the rankings that we've continued to achieve.
Well, thank you. Thank you for those. And so what did our team accomplish last year? Last year in 2021, our team was able to sell over 59 million in volume and help just under 200 families. There are 198 families helped. And that ranked us in the top 15 out of 9,000 agents. People always wonder how many total agents are here in the local market. There are 9,000 in the Metropolitan Indianapolis Board of Realtors, my board. As Hannah mentioned, we do rank in the top 1% nationwide with Keller Williams, and that allows us an opportunity to be invited into Gary Keller, the creator of Keller Williams, his top agent mastermind. We also last year were able to give over $28,000 to clean water, food, and shelter, which is part of our team's giving plan and our mission.
Okay, and just to catch up on what we're working on this year. So we are looking to sell 65 million in volume, which is 215 families helped. We're on track for that, and potentially higher than that is what we are looking at. With that, as it relates to our giving plan, we want to donate 250 filters through Filter Pope. Each of those filters will go to help about 8 people per household. So that's a lot of humans that we're helping there. So we're excited about that. And then, like Steph said,
impacted.
Yeah, that's right. And like Steph said, we want to add agents. So our goal is to add 2 new agents by the end of the year to continue to grow our business. Steph and I on a regular basis will map out the next 5 to 7 years, and we're regularly updating these items. So I want you guys to have the opportunity, if you're watching this, you can pause and look at these numbers a little bit further. Part of our reason for growth is, one, we want to keep creating a large enough business to encompass the vision that our team members have. So we have a team member this year that's tracking for about 20 million in sales. And so that challenges us to keep growing so that we can encompass his business within ours. In addition, we have a goal to give 10% of our GCI back to those charities of choice that we've mapped out. And so for us to keep doing that, our business needs to grow, which you can see how we've continued to map that out in the years to come.
Yeah, our ultimate goal is to basically get to the point of tithing 10% of all that we do and bring in as a team, giving back to our local community in food, water, and shelter, or other communities across the nation.
Absolutely. So here's our current setup. We wanted you to have the opportunity to see the support staff and what that looks like through our lead gen and operations department. In addition, within our sales department, there are different levels that you can achieve through time and production with the team. And so you'll see people have different titles, which comes with different benefits. And then our green is the current openings that we have. From a longer term perspective, our 5-year plan is to fill these green spots. There's a lot of opportunities there. So as we talk about growing our business to encompass your vision, we want you to see the leadership opportunities, both within the residential real estate opportunities, but also from an expansion standpoint from other divisions within real estate and from other subsidiary services that would feed into real estate. So you can see there's a lot of opportunities here that we have plans for as we find the right who to fill those needs.
And we have big dreams and goals, and we want to see and find out if you maybe see yourself in one of these seats and positions to help us achieve those goals while we help you achieve yours.
Absolutely.
So part of our goals, as mentioned, is a giving goal. We not only set economic goals and financial goals, but also a giving goal, and that's individually and as a team. So we're committed to giving of our time, talent, and treasures, and then giving to the basic needs of food, water, and shelter to those that are less fortunate, not only here locally, but regionally and internationally. And this is all to fulfill what we call our team's mission, which is to make a difference, change lives, and leave a legacy. So part of those giving goals, we give back to KW Cares, which is our international philanthropy, and that a lot of times helps with national disasters. Our local Realtor Foundation, which also helps with homelessness here right in the Indianapolis and surrounding areas, and then Filter of Hope, We are partnered with Filter of Hope. So a portion of every one of our sales helps to provide clean water and a filter to a family who has never had clean water before. And again, we continue to give our time, talent, and treasure towards an overall giving goal, each individually and together as a team.
Yeah. Okay. So our core values as a team, really we're focused on self-mastery and people that are driven for success. So we're looking for people who are learners. They want to keep learning and growing and not being okay with mediocre, that want to have challenging goals, that want to push for success. We're looking for people that love and take part in authentic relationships. So being a team player, supporting each other and showing up as the real who of who we are, right? We want people to be like a family. We're a very close-knit group and we're very careful who we bring into that group. So those authentic relationships are important for us. And lastly, we're a faith-based business and we operate our business that way. So as we make decisions and look at ethics and morality, we're looking at the faith that drives us and making sure that plays out into the decisions and how we're presenting ourselves to the public.
Yeah, as Gary Keller says, learners are earners. So we're looking for those who are constantly learning and wanting to improve themselves and reach self-mastery, and so that they can continually be growing themselves. And Gary says that your business grows to the extent that you do. And so we're looking for people who are constantly looking to grow and move forward in their self growth and also as a business. Yeah. So self-mastery, these next few slides, again, this goes into great detail and description of what we look at and consider for self-mastery, for authentic relationships, and also for our faith-based operations. And basically, if you want to pause the video, you can read through all of this, but this is what we're looking for in those that we bring onto our team. And the people that we have here really stand out in each of these areas, and that's what we're looking for. People that want to be servant heart, servant leadership, hungry, smart, just teamwork, lots of different things that are intertwined throughout these 3 slides.
Yeah. All right, so compensation, that's the slide that lots of times people want to know about. So one, we do have a spreadsheet where we can break down a transaction for you. And if that's something you want to go over in one of your upcoming interviews, I would ask that you just tell us that and we'll break that down for you. Because I know sometimes it can be complicated with all the different fees that come in with different brokerages and teams, etc. But what we want to say today is we have a sliding scale incentive commission structure. So what that looks like is we do volume bonuses. So the more you sell, the more you make within a year. And so once you hit a certain amount of production, we start giving you an extra 5% and then an extra 10% and then an extra 15% split. We want to reward you if you are a go-getter and it's year 1 for you and you want to blow it out of the water. We want to make sure the rewards are there for you. Also, the longer you're with the team, as you're meeting minimum standards, you increase in our tier structure that we have. So there's various benefits that come with that, but one of those is that your base commission increases as well. There's different bumps in that, a couple of different bumps throughout our tier structure. In addition, if you are generating business from your sphere, we give you an extra percentage on that as well. And we do a lot of activities to help support working your sphere of influence, but you also get a higher split on those. The cap system within KW, if you're speaking to KW as a whole, you'll learn about what that looks like as a single agent, but as a team member, you pay 1/4 of the cap as a part of a team. And then really our goal and expectation for each agent is we would like you to sell at least 18 transactions a year, ideally at least 2 per month, so 24 or more per year. So that is where we want to help you get to from a production standpoint.
Yeah, and people ask us all the time, well, how many homes does the average agent sell? The average agent nationwide, according to NAR, National Association of Realtors, the average agent sells right at 12 homes a year, which is 1 a month. And just so that you know, we are not looking for an average agent. We are looking for those who want to live way beyond an average life and business and create an average, way beyond an average life or business. So if you consider yourself average, that's okay. We do have a place for you here within KW, and it may just not be on our team, and that's okay too.
And if your production falls into that range right now, that's one of the things that's really important to us is if you're like, no, I want to strive for more, we believe we have the systems and processes to help you double, triple your business. And so that's where our numbers come from, is looking at our current agents and their production. Right now, as we look at our team, if we talk about a volume perspective, we have an agent that should exceed 20 million this year. We have one that will exceed 9 million in sales this year. And so those are the types of goals we want to work towards helping you achieve as an agent on our team.
Yeah.
So what you get from the team, we do have a value proposition that I can send to you. So just shoot me an email after this call if you're like, hey, I want to see it now. We're going to go over that in the interview process, but we can send that to you right away. And it has a dollar figure calculated as to what we believe that's worth. And I believe it comes up to somewhere in the $70,000 range of benefits that you're receiving from the team. Besides that, all expenses should be covered of what you want to do and how we'll help you grow your business. The only things that you will pay for is KW does have a monthly office fee. That's about $80 per month. You'll have your annual MyBor and tech fees that will come through, and then continuing education, which I know is not that expensive, but we do provide you with Evelo bucks. Basically, that's a reward system we have. For every million you sell with the team, you get 100 Evelo bucks, and you can use that for swag, you can use it for education, you can use it for marketing. So there's a potential to have all of your continuing education fees paid for as well. So how we help you get started. So when you come onto our team, there's a whole training plan, but to put it in a nutshell for you, we're going to help you map out your vision board. Part of that's in the interview process that we talk about what life looks like in 5 years if things are amazing, but we also want you to spend time making a vision board so we know what you're waking up for every day and what you're driven for, that you're spending this time to wake up every day and work towards. Then we're going to set your financial goals. So what is that net that you want to earn, that you want to strive for? And we're going to break that down backwards to figure out how many appointments that means on a week-to-week basis that you need to be setting in order to hit that financial goal. We do that because we want to look at the leading indicators that will get you the lagging results, right? If we're just focused on closings and, hey, you have this much on the books, we're going to be behind then on making the changes in order to ensure you hit your goal.
Let me just clarify that we don't set your financial goal. You set your goal, and we just help you set the means to get there. So we're not telling you what goal you need to go and strive for. You tell us what you want to do and make, and then we help you set up that plan and process to get there.
Yeah. So from that financial goal, we're then going to set up what we call a 1-3-5. So the 1 will be your financial goal. The 3 will be 3 strategies we work on to get there. And so in real estate, you may have already seen this if you've been in the business, but there's a lot of strategies for gaining business. And so we're going to map out 3. One of those is going to be your database, and we will work with you around the systems and processes we have to work your database. Beyond that, you get to choose the other 2. We do have online leads, so it could be working online leads. And then the 3rd could be something completely different. Maybe you say, hey, I want to do open houses, and we will map out the 5 are the 5 tactics then that we implement on a regular basis in order to hit those. So it gives us a plan for how to accomplish the goal and what we should be waking up and doing each day. We do weekly accountability meetings. So in those meetings, those are a mixture of myself and Steph meeting with you, and we have different topics that we cover, but really we're talking through how are you tracking for your goal, what can we help you with, what do you need from the team, what needs to change, and making sure that you have a place that you can come together and ensure that we're tracking appropriately for your financial goal. And then we help you track your pipeline. So we have tools that will help you figure out who are your buyers and sellers in the next 30 days and how often should you be contacting them. Who are your buyers and sellers for the next 90 days and how often should you be contacting them, and really helping to make sure that we don't let anything slip through the cracks. And we think that's important in a shifting market, that we're very intentional about being in communication with our clients, and that, again, we're tracking the leading indicators. Do you have the right amount of people in your pipeline to hit your financial goals?
Yeah, so other expectations, we're looking for obviously team players, not someone who just wants to be on their own island. We definitely looking for team players because we are truly like a small business family, like helping one another in times of need or any timing conflicts or something like that. Meetings, we're looking for you to show up on time and show up to meetings on time and be there. Accountability, we're looking for people who do want to be held accountable, right? People who want to go for, like I said, living out life at the fullest and highest level, and want to be held accountable to help you reach that goal and attainable achievement. Education and training and coaching. So Keller Williams has tons of all of this available to you daily, weekly, monthly, at the local, regional, and national levels. And we want to help you plug into all of that and get whatever you want and need to fulfill where you have gaps, either personally or professionally, again, to help you in reaching your goals. So other why Keller Williams? People often ask us too, well, why Keller Williams? Why is that important? I think it's super important because it really does matter who you're in business with. Surrounding yourself with like-minded, culturally same, equally yoked individuals changes everything, right? Keller Williams has so much to offer in the area of culture, education, leadership, opportunities, profit share, support, technology, and vision. And that's all on the next slide there, Hannah. But yeah, Keller Williams has its own coaching program. We have a philanthropic day where every single office nationwide is shut down to give back where we live. So to give where you live in your local community, everywhere nationwide and worldwide. And speaking of worldwide, Keller Williams is actually worldwide. We're in over 48 plus. How many did we determine?
Over 50 plus regions in 5 continents.
There we go. It's expanding literally daily, monthly, of where we're located in the world. And so when we talk about, on that previous slide that we talk about being, where Keller Williams dominates in agent count, closed units, and sales volume, they're not only the number one company in the US, but Gary Keller has a very specific plan to be number one in the world. And it's not just an ego statement. It's actually, there is a legitimate plan and process that they're going through and that we're going through to grow and to reach those new heights and new levels. So we're super excited about it. I obviously am a raving fan about being a part of the Keller Williams community and the Keller Williams family. And it just is like no other culture that you can be a part of. So the question is, from here, where do we go, right? What's the next process? So the interview process, Keller Williams, we follow the Keller Williams career visioning process. And so right here on screen is that process. And these are the steps. So if you've already had a phone interview with either Hannah or myself, then our next step would be needing for you to contact us so that we can get you scheduled for a KPA validation and making sure that we get you the links to take the KPA, which is the Keller Personality Assessment. And on that assessment, we do send that off to ordered from Keller Williams International. And then once we receive the results back, we don't see those results until we literally are with you online on the Zoom. So it's not like us making any judgment call prior to us getting together and validating that with you. And during that time, we're just going through to validate, are the results reflecting who the report is saying you are. And really, it's a self-discovery time and process for you to self-discover, is real estate the right place? Is Keller Williams the right place? And is the Evelo team the right place for you? And so we really feel like God calls us to help you, or this is my personal calling, that God calls me to help others find their purpose and passion in place in this world, right? And so is it to be here in real estate? Is it to be here with the Evelo team? Or as owner of Keller Williams here locally, I then help you find where is your right place if our team is not the right place, and that's okay. Again, we're looking for where is there a win-win so that we can help you achieve your goals, both personally and professionally.
Okay, so really our process, we know it has a couple of different steps in it, but we want to make sure you have the opportunity to interview us as much as we interview you. So we appreciate you watching this today. We know it takes a couple minutes, but we think it's so important to get to know each other and to see if this is a good move for you. If you have any questions, definitely reach out. In the next interview, we reserve some time for you to be able to ask questions and see what else we can answer. So if this sounds like a good fit, we hope you continue in the interview process, and we appreciate your time today.
Thank you so much. And remember, as always, make each one count.